So, in our first experiment, all we discovered was that it took 3.6 milliliters of the alkali to neutralize 10 milliliters of the acid. In this case, hydrochloric acid, 1 mole of hydrochloric acid should react with 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. So what we're finding out here is that the alkali, in this case, is a lot more concentrated than the acid. Okay? We are going to try another one with a different concentration. Okay? It's another mystery concentration, and we don't care exactly what the concentration is. I just want to find out, is this acid more or less concentrated than the first one that we tried? Okay? So, what we're going to do is, we've got a waste container here. You'll have one of these in your classroom, and you'll make sure that you use it, and your teacher will take care of all that at the end. Okay? Because big amounts of it shouldn't go down the sink, but we can rinse our equipment. Okay? And the extra bits of water don't matter too much. Okay? So only a few drops. All right. So in here, we're going to put our new acid, this new mystery concentration. We're going to do everything the same again. So I'm going to again measure 10 mils. And that's too much. So I am just going to get rid of a little bit of it.
Why didn't you put it back in the jar?
Well, we don't want to contaminate this, and people aren't always paying attention, and they could accidentally put the wrong thing back. So don't ever put things back into the original container. Okay? If you pour a little bit too much, it's waste, and we'll just put it in this waste jar. Okay, there we go. So that's now 10 mils. Okay, and that's going to go into our reaction vessel. Okay, so this is where the reaction is going to happen. We will use the same phenolphthalein, so you can see. Again, a reminder that you could use a different indicator. Just a couple of drops of phenolphthalein should be enough for such a small amount. Okay, good. Now, I've set up things again. So this time we're working in blue because it's a different concentration. I can actually start where I've left off. So it was at 10.6 milliliters is where it's at. Okay, so again, we're going to start trying to get a reasonably fast drip at first. Ooh, that's too fast though. Okay, and we can see it's easily, like the purple color is not staying very long. So we know that we're okay for this part. We could even speed it up just a little bit because it's really not turning very much. All right, once we start to see the purple color staying a bit more, we're going to start to slow down a lot more. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, ooh, so close. I think one more drop. No, there it is.
No, looks like that's it.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Well, that's a lot more precise one. There we go. All right. So it has just changed on that one. Let's see. Let's get it. Yeah. So the final volume on this one, as you can see, it got all the way down here. So it's 24.8. milliliters. Wow. Okay, so that took 14.2 milliliters of the alkali to neutralize that 10 mils of acid. So we don't know what the concentrations were, But the second one, okay, was a lot more concentrated than the first acid, okay? Because it only took 3.6 mils to neutralize the first 10 milliliters of acid. It took, what's that, 4 times as much? 4 times as much to neutralize the second acid. So the second acid here is about 4 times more concentrated than the first acid. Whew, there we go. And that's how we can use a titration to find out the relative concentrations of acids. Okay?